Yo, what's up guys, it's Full Throttle 28 here. If you haven't seen any of my videos, you can check them down below in the bio, as well as more information about me. I'm gonna have my Instagram, Snapchat, and also Xbox down below in the bio if you want to see those. And today, yes, I have not uploaded in quite a while. As you can tell, I'm in the uniform now. Damn! Quite fancy, am I right? Looking a little spicy. Mwah, you know what I'm saying? And as well as I've been working up on my setup, as you can tell behind me. This is like my on-the-go travel setup, but not with the boxes. But I will be revealing this in the next few videos. It's gonna be like my biggest fun setup that I have on the side. But this baby right here, is a nice, gorgeous monitor. It's also curved, so I love it, but it's not my travel to go thing. I got it from a friend, so it's cool. Just work with me. And so what we're gonna be doing today, as you can tell in the description, we're gonna be talking about our first day of boot camp. First day at boot camp. Right when I got here. Hang on, let me pull out the notes real quick. Let me. First day, what happened was, if you guys ever been to if you're planning on working up on going into the military or the Navy for say, more the merrier. Would love to have you on board and be able to see you on a ship. But if you ever went through that process or going through that process, so how that works is, they're gonna give you like a plane ticket as well as some money. And you have like 25 bucks to just spend while you're flying from spot to spot, unless you're here in Chicago and you just do your thing. So I rode American Airlines. A lot of people rode Southwest or United, so I felt very blessed. Thank you, Navy. Right when I got here, I got a little lost on finding the way to get to the buses. They just said, find a guy and you'll get to the bus. So I was a little confused on that. So I was on the all the way opposite side where the buses were of the airport, and they told us it was gonna be right next to it. So I was looking everywhere, I was asking people, and they were leading me to all sorts of places. I was getting lost from left to right. I was like, I'm like, I couldn't find squat. So I was with like a little group. It was like a good like 10 of us. Mixed, few girls, few guys. So we were just running around the entire airport, and we only had like 5 minutes left till we get there, and we were like freaking out. So I was like, ah, shoot, I don't know what's gonna happen. So next thing we know, we end up finding the right spot to get there, and you see a bunch of people at attention, and they're just all stiff, and you just hear a lot of yelling, and you're like, whoa, I guess this is the spot. And there were a few RDCs there. They were wearing like red robes. So they're like ropes that's like around their left arm. It kind of hangs. So I'll have one of the Navy videos down there if you want to watch those for the boot camp. So you'll be in a line and you'll ask for like your weight, height, what size you wear for clothes, and to be honest, they give you everything down to the skivvies. But if you don't know what skivvies are, underwear, straight up underwear. So it's the same thing for females. They get bras too. So they completely gave us whole new outfits, but not right on the spot. This was still at the airport. So there was a bus that would come through all the time, back and forth to pick up more people. So I was there for like a good maybe like hour or two, and I got to pick up my stuff. I had like a bagged meal, had like an Uncrustable sandwich, applesauce, and like a juice, and an apple, I think. It wasn't much. So after like 10 minutes of eating that, got on the bus. Then they took me to Grey Wolf Lodge. So I was like, why am I here? But my recruiters did give me a heads up that I would be going up there. So I was pretty excited. It was cool. So I took it like a man. they didn't tell me what I would be doing up there, so I was just in for a little bit of a surprise. So I just decided to do it. And while I was doing it, they told us it was gonna be a 2-week quarantine, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like that, COVID. It's gonna be like that. Alright. So I can't even start boot camp. But they told us we were getting paid to the second that we were there on their ground. So I was like, okay, I can take it. Whatever, let's get through it. So I get through like my 2 weeks. And I get ready for my first day of actual boot camp. I get through my 2 weeks of ROM and boot camp in Grateful Lodge, which the bad news is you're literally just stuck in your hotel room doing nothing. You can work out and you can study the information. They give you like a book and all this other crazy cool stuff. I can't really talk about it because some of it is classified information, so I can't really say anything. So it is what it is. So they called me down, they locked up our phones and all this other stuff because people were ordering food and all this stupid stuff at the Grateful Lodge because they were so bored and they actually wanted real food. But the crazy thing was they were giving us real food. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's food. You get to eat. So like I was saying, on my last day that I was there, I got out a day early. So they processed me in. So I was excited. So I had my civilian stuff in this itty bitty box. And they took it away. And I was like, okay, I don't know where my phone and all this other stuff is going. So this is going to be interesting. So they took my box and they're like, all right, line up. And you would have to carry like a sea bag. So I had like a sea bag full of all of my new gear that I had to wear. I didn't get these until later on in boot camp. So they got me on the same kind of bus and they took me up to the base. So in my head, I was watching a lot of boot camp videos and like the entrances going in and out, on how they would be yelling and all that. But I didn't get any of that. When I got on the bus, they were kind of yelling in a way, rushing us just a bit. But it was nothing to be afraid about or stuttery about, but it was exciting going in because you didn't know what to expect because now you're officially in boot camp. So this is officially starting my first day. So I'm on. So I enter through, right? And I'm looking at all the buildings. I see recruits running around with these itty bitty blue ball caps, which they're like this, but instead it says recruit on it. And you would have to wear it just like this with your N-dubs. So this is Navy working uniform. That's what this means. NWUs. So you would have to wear that to show that you're a recruit or if you're an actual sailor. お前はもう死んでいる。何? With this. Oh look, I even have a better example. Look at that. Recruit. There you go. That's exactly what we wore. You would never be able to take these off because they just wanted to make fun of you for no reason. So that was that. And to be real, it was a real rough time. Right when we got off the bus, we were into like a big building, and they told us to get off, and they weren't yelling, they just told us like where to go. They're like, all right, so here and there. So we got off. It was hot, it was exhausting carrying all this gear, and we're like, oh man, this is gonna be ridiculous. And I saw through the boot camp videos that you had to walk with all your stuff everywhere you go, pretty much. And that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did. So we went into like a little house home, whatever. It was like a compartment, like a big compartment with like racks, like 2 stacked beds, and they're called racks. You would have one on the bottom, and it's just a bunk bed. That's all it is. But instead, you can lift up your bunk bed and put all your stuff in there. which it was very unique in a way, very neat, very stylish. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, I can just put my stuff in here, right? Wrong. They tell you exactly how to put it in the rack. Exactly how, and you get inspected for doing it. If you do it wrong, you get hits and you get reset in boot camp. And this is all on my first day. All on my first day. And I thought I had my personal RDCs for my division, and my division was 328, and that was my first division. Like I said, first. I went through 5 divisions, and this is my first. So when I went through this first division, we were 328, and there was like a good maybe 100, maybe 112 of us. Then people were getting sick, getting knocked down, so at most that we had was like 90 in that whole day. And we were just all in one big compartment, and we thought we had our official RDCs, but you would have to wait 3 days to get the official RDCs, so that's what we had to do. So we ended up going to the chow hall, just eating some food. It was a very big chow hall. It was pretty big. You would just see nothing but recruits or sailors going in and out, just getting food. You would just hear a bunch of yelling from RDCs saying, hurry up, get out, or hurry up, sit down, no talking. And you just can't help but to be amazed and at the same time terrified, because you had no idea if you were the next one on the list to get yelled at. And it was pretty scary, but at the same time exciting. I had fun. I wouldn't say it was the best fun, like I said. Just be prepared. It's intense stuff. It's not as intense as normal boot camp versus COVID. So just let you know, this is the COVID version. I went through nothing but the COVID boot camp. So if you decide to go like right now, it's changing, they're modifying it, but just letting you know, you got a lot of work. You got a lot of work. I'll talk about that like in another video. It's crazy. So as I'm in dinner chow hall, we get ready to leave, right? And then we go back to our compartment, and we had some temporary RDC, and he was a SEAL. And I was like, oh, cool, he's a SEAL. And he says how much he hates subs, and giving us crazy cool stories on how he would get into like an itty bitty tube and float all the way to the surface if they called him. So I thought that was cool. And while he was giving us so many stories, he was teaching us how to fold our clothes and put it into our racks, right? And as we get through the day, or through the night, they tell us when our RDCs are coming and what to prepare for. So that's pretty much your first day of boot camp, or how I went through boot camp. Most people said it was different for them because the changes in COVID. Some people would get their NWUs on their first issue right off the bat when they get off like the bus and to quarantine. But I didn't get any of that. I had to earn it. And I honestly felt like it's better earning it than getting it out the spot. So I was kind of proud. Other than that, that was pretty much my first day. It was kind of laid back, but pretty pushed and rushed and pretty weird. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit about the story that I went through for my first day. I will be opening these in a later video. I am very excited to show that off later, and I'll explain all the stuff and gear that I got down here in some other videos. Other than that, please like and subscribe, and just letting you know, I will keep you updated as well as with my new channel. Just letting you know, it's for Navy purposes only, and I hope you guys enjoy, because this is going to be a fun ride, guys. And you know what I have to say. Peace!
Bye.